I hope everybody is having a wonderful Passover. We are approaching this Shabbat, the seventh night of Passover. And the seventh night and the seventh day is known because it is the splitting of the Red Sea. A couple months ago, we read the splitting of the Red Sea as Parshat Beshalach, as part of our wonderful Kol Isha Women's Shabbat service, all women-led Shabbat service. And now we revisit this Song of the Sea again as the Israelites are celebrating and singing after this miracle has happened. And we do this on the seventh day. Now, the portion is famous because Miriam, the prophetess, took the timbrel in her hand and she led all of the women and the men in song and dance. And a real interesting question is, where did they get their drums and timbrels? Because we know that the story is that they had to leave fast, so fast they couldn't even have their matzah rise. They had limited possessions. How, as slaves, did they suddenly have drums and timbrels to bring? Well, the Midrash says that the women had vision, and Miriam had vision, that even as they were slaves in Egypt, as soon as the plagues began, as soon as that possibility for redemption began, they started making the drums. They started making the timbrels. And they did this because they could see with their vision, they could see that joy was possible, that another reality was possible, and they weren't going to just wait for it. They were going to be a part of helping make it happen. So it was their belief and their faith that allowed them to have those drums and timbrels when they left Egypt, and then to use them to celebrate at the end of the Red Sea. And it's really instructive for each of us that the future is uncertain. But what would it be like to live, to make choices as if future joy is possible? And to make our choices based on what can each one of us do to help create that future joy now. That we know that this is what God wants, and that God is inviting us to be partners in creating these opportunities for joy and praise and celebration. Chag Sameach.